Wait. And
We are
we are
live.
live on a very, very new platform that we know nothing about. In fact, I just got off the phone with tech support because we had I see there's 6 people, 8 people. Oh, this is so
So
exciting.
you need to fix it.
I'm
for me.
gonna, we're gonna
Okay.
get rid of that and we're gonna get our chats going.
All right. Hopefully, I'll see who's on here in a minute.
Yes. So it appears that
There we go.
yay!
Hello, Lynn and Tammy.
This is great. This is great.
And Debbie, hello.
You guys don't even know. We got really fancy. We got super fancy actually. We're using a platform, so now instead of begging you guys to share, although you could share this if you want to, we're actually streaming this to YouTube, which we've never done before.
Oh, this is going super fast.
Yeah, they're gonna go real fast.
Hello, Claudia and Cindy and
Wow,
Julie.
this is so exciting. Yes, I see you. So if you guys are joining us from the Getting Healthy group, you kind of show up as anonymous. If you're joining us from the page, we see your name. But tell us where you're from. This is so exciting for us.
There we go. Hello, Monica. She's in Southern California.
So we're using a new platform. We're trying this out. We got fancy. We got 3 cameras. Actually, we're only allowed to use 2 tonight because I got in trouble for getting too fancy. And starting next week, I'm streaming this on my normal page instead of my public page too. So we should introduce ourselves.
I'm Heather Kaufman.
And I'm Tim Kaufman, and we run a page called Fat Man Rants. And together we have lost 290 pounds on a whole food, plant-based lifestyle. But what's more importantly than the weight is we have regained our health, and we live a healthy, happy, and active life on a whole food, plant-based lifestyle. We come to you guys on Sunday nights. Tonight, we're making one of our favorite dishes. It's so stinking simple. I know we've made it before, but it's good for a repeat because we need some of these. And we know this is out there for anyone. Anyone can do this. And if we can do it,
you can too.
Yes.
Hi, Patty and Tom.
A lot of people talking about the Thrive Summit, which I am super excited about. And you know what else, guys, we got now? We could actually we could show you what we looked like before and after, which is kind of a cool feature. Can't do that on Facebook Live now, can ya? And another really super, super cool thing is we get to now put a little ticker to tell you where to go to get the recipe. You can go to fatmanrants.com. We just uploaded this recipe for your downloading or printing pleasure. Now that I've showed off all these neat little trinkets, it's time to get to work.
He's like a kid at Christmas.
I am. Today. This is so many little bells and whistles. Yes. So, okay. So here's the deal. This is one of our staple foods. We want to do 2 things today.
Hi, Lauren. Yes, we can see you. Perfect.
Yes. Now we can see you, Lauren. Okay. So here's the deal. We want to make this staple of ours. I couldn't really come up with a name for it, but it's green beans, mushrooms, and onions, and that's about all there is. But it's so delicious. We make it all the time. It's one of our favorite things. So we want to take you through that. But then I want to talk about something that I tried to make a reel yesterday, and it didn't work. So I want to talk a little bit about choices and how we see things. I think we talk about that a lot. But the title of my rant tonight is What You Got.
Okay.
What you got?
All right.
Okay, so Heather is going to get crack-a-lackin', and I don't have to hold the camera because all I have to do now is, pop this up. And there's our kitchen. So listen, if something happens, please let us know. We had a little trouble with the audio dropping out. So we hope we're ready to go here. And I am going to move this over for Heather, which means you might not be able to hear me. Yeah.
Oh, you might not be able to hear him, but you'll hear me. So that's probably even better.
Can someone comment if they can still hear the audio? And hello, Susan. See what I did there?
All right. You did a good job.
Okay. Are you ready to go?
I am ready.
All right.
So we started ahead of time with getting our hot water ready to boil. And we're going to put in some green beans. Going to cut these bags open nice and easy here.
Yes, people can hear us. So we're using very special beans.
And they are extra fine green beans. I keep forgetting where to look. Sorry.
Yeah, camera's up here. So we like the extra fine because for this, it tastes better. We really got into this. We used to buy these oh my gosh, we used to fill our whole freezer with these.
We will be back to doing that.
We will be back now that the restaurant is gone. So she's just going to cover this up, crank it up on high just to expedite this. The black spoon is right there. You go. Just to expedite the process a little bit. And she's going to crank it up on high. So one of the things that we don't like is overcooked veggies.
Yes, we don't like them mushy.
It's because of my
That's
mom.
us. But if you like them mushy, then you can have them mushy. And then
someone asked where we can purchase the beans. We get ours from Wegmans. I don't know if everyone has a Wegmans though.
Right. I have seen them somewhere else, but I can't remember where I saw them. Yeah. So now I got to do my veggies.
Yeah. So they're just extra fine beans. We're just basically a little bit more than blanch them.
All right. Next, in a nice little skillet here. Well,
a non-stick
skillet. I'm going to put in, the chopped onions. So we chop these up ahead of time.
Yeah, we're super prepared. This is just a diced red onion. We prefer red.
And then we're going to do 2 tablespoons of liquid aminos.
The pan is on a little turntable there.
Oh, all right. Well, let's be able to spin it around later.
Probably because they got it too hot one time.
Okay, and then we're going to have some onion powder. We're going to put in 1 tablespoon of onion powder.
Which is a lot, but this is going to make like a savory kind of gravy. It's going to be so delicious.
Now the mushrooms chopped up.
Yeah, tell them how we did that really quick.
Real fast. They were in here, rinsed them, and then took a knife and just kind of cut through them.
Yeah, just because they were ginormous, like dinosaur mushrooms.
Oh, yeah, you didn't cut all the way through.
Yeah, you can just break that. No one's looking.
Everybody's looking.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right. And after that is a 1/4 cup of water.
Yes, the 1/4 cup of water. And then the moisture from the veggies are going to make a nice little, so it won't stick because we don't want to use oil.
All right.
Right, Heather?
No oil. And I'm going to cover these.
Crank that puppy right up to hot temperature. That's the power burner.
All right. We're going to use a power burner for that. All right. So now we're just going to wait for the green beans and the veggies. And
yeah. And now
we're going to put it together.
And there's going to be an awkward silence. So what I can do is watch this. This is going to blow your mind, guys. Boom. Hi. Now we're on this side of the counter. This is great. No one has to. You guys don't even know. Usually, like someone's balancing behind us with a little tripod. This is great. So we're gonna let that stuff heat up. Quick, they're probably both gonna almost get done at the same time. But Garrett, a former student of mine. That's cool.
I gotta put the glasses back on. It's just not gonna happen without the glasses. I won't see who's saying hello. No oil. That's right, Katie.
Katie Marcus. So because this is what we have, so I could tell you if you want this recipe, you can go right to our website, fatmanranch.com. Get the recipe. I just got done uploading it. It's such an easy recipe. And it, by the way, it's in our book as well.
And I think I'm going to stay with that.
Yeah, just so we don't get into trouble. And I think I'm going to hide the ticker just because I can. But so we do this a lot.
And it's a nice side dish to take to a family gathering as
It
well.
is. It is. It's super savory. It's a great way. I mean, I could eat just this for dinner. So that's kind of cool. What you need.
Oh, you took mine.
Oh, yeah. I put it away. I thought I was being nice. I put her stuff away. Hello, Colin. Wow. Look at everyone saying hi to me tonight. This is great.
Oh, man.
Yes.
You're going back to cooking. I like to say hi to everybody.
I love. Oh, I autographed. Oh, Lauren. Yeah, I autographed a cookbook for Lauren. Yeah, the cookbook, honestly, I'm just going to be real with you right now. It's not a very lovely cookbook. It's very unprofessional. It was the first time I ever attempted anything like it in my life. I was recovering from a surgery and decided to make a cookbook. But that said, it's sold, like, I don't even know if I should say this. It's sold tens and tens of thousands or free downloads or downloads. So it's been super cool.
Sorry, but I'm going to disagree with you. I think it's a lovely cookbook.
It's lovely,
nice,
but it's not
easy.
It is super
nice
easy.
And easy.
It's what
recipes.
We ate, really, and where we're going
just
back
not
to.
Extremely fancy. It's
no
your everyday cookbook.
And it's with stuff most people have right in their house. Yeah, easy to find ingredients. That's the thing.
Yes.
I was reading all these recipes and they got arrowroot and all this stuff that I didn't even know what was. So I didn't know a lot when I started. So I just kept it as simple as I possibly could.
Yep.
But if you want that, that's available for a free download on our website. We're trying to make it easier by actually putting the recipes in right on, so they're printable now, and they print really nice. In fact,
hello, Donna.
This. Oh, I don't know if they could. Is it upside down?
No, right.
You can't hardly see that. But it's.
You don't know how to do this.
I don't know how to do this. It's backwards. Yeah, it's very simple. So if you go to the website, hit the recipe, there's a print button, and it makes it super easy. So we're trying like heck to get recipes on there so you don't even have to buy a cookbook or download it. They're all right there.
And thank you, Debbie. She said it's perfect for beginners and those who want simple ingredient meals.
Yes. And I will say something with beginners. Like, I feel like beginners, that's I wish I could go back to the beginners. I didn't know about all this fancy stuff.
And Lauren says it's special because it's the first and it's great. And I'm appreciative that the Thrive downloaded one is more recipes and not all repeats. That's right.
No, we would never do
there
that.
will be a new cookbook coming out eventually too.
Yes, the Flourish cookbook. Should I do my rant right now?
Go ahead. Then I can be popping back and forth. Yeah,
then you can pop back and forth. So because she's waiting on her beans, but she's not going to overcook them because we don't like them mushy like Mom used to make. My mom used to overcook all the vegetables. That's probably why I hated vegetables. We like a little snap to them, especially fresh green beans are the jammer. So what she's doing now is just lightly sauteing. Does it work up a lot of moisture in there?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? What am I doing? I could just do this, Heather. Boom. Now you're on the camera.
All right.
So look at her cooking away. So that's probably about done. In fact, you might even want to turn that off.
Some ones are almost done, but these are still waiting for them a little bit yet.
Right. So the saute, you just want to saute that lightly. Just get the onions tender. You don't want to overcook it, or otherwise the mushrooms will disappear and you won't have any mushrooms. But the mushroom, the onion, the liquid aminos, and you'll see in a minute, nutritional yeast, that gives it a really savory, almost like a cheesy flavor. And it's so delicious. It's the best way I know how to eat beans. And like I say, I don't know how many hundreds of pounds we've eaten of these, but they're so stinking simple and fast. We always make them in 2-pound batches. In fact, I was going to drop the recipe to 1 pound, and I realized, like, if you're doing this, make 2 pounds. It's just easier. Okay, so while she's finishing that up, draining everything, getting everything set up, I want to talk to you guys about something that happened to me. at a race yesterday. So both Heather and myself had signed up for a half marathon. I've had some things going wrong. And the doctors tell me, well, they tell me a lot of stuff, but I've had some tears and some other things going on and a lot of arthritis setting in. And so with this disease that I have, it's been slowing me down a lot. And I decided it was the responsible thing to do to drop down to the 5K. So here's what happened. I dropped down to the 5K. I'm glad I did because it was raining and it was a really crappy day. But Heather decided to still do the half marathon. I got out on the 5K, and the first mile, I was miserable. I looked like I swallowed a lemon, and I shouldn't because it was a day to be outside. But this is what happened. I started making a list in my head of everything that was wrong. I said, man, I got this EDS. I got a fused ankle. I got a knee that now they tell me needs to be replaced. They won't even fix the tears in it because it's so bad. I got a nerve that's so jacked up I can't feel the bottom half of my arm or the bottom half of my hand. I got another nerve in my foot that makes half of my bottom of my foot is numb. And I got all these things going on with me. I think I got a tumor coming back on the other foot that they're going to have to do something with soon. And I was just blubbing. I was blubbing. It was awful. And then I thought about it. My watch clicked mile 1. I was doing pretty good, even though I was miserable. And I'm like, you know what else I got? I got today. I got today. And that thing, that day, that thing that I got is something that many people didn't get the opportunity because they didn't even wake up that day. And so while I was listening to all these things that I got wrong, the one thing, the only thing that I needed to get right was I have today. So I know it's easy to get miserable about all the stuff and all the challenges that we have. I get that. But sometimes we've got to reframe it and say, you know what I do have? Even if everything else sucks, I have today. And that is something that many people won't wake up to. So that's my rant. Tell me what you got. There's a lot of things. If you search for things to be grateful for, we have so many things in our life that we just neglect. It's just simple stuff that just happens automatically. We just neglect it. And so that's my encouragement. I had to reframe and get out of this pity party and realize that I do have a lot to be thankful for, even though I'm a little jacked up right now. And with that said, rant over. They're never over, are they? They never. I knew she was going to say that. All right. We got the camera switched, and here's Heather.
I actually will say, I have to make a little confession. Yesterday, driving in the car, it was in the morning to the race, and I'm like, this will be a nice little ride. It was a nice little ride, but someone likes to rant, and I heard the ranting the whole way there. But that's okay. He can rant away. Now we'll get back to our beans.
All right, you better get crack-a-lackin'.
All right.
Yes, all these people. Tell me about the Thrive Summit in the comments.
So here's our beans. I use some cold water, and that helps cool them off a little bit. Just so they're not so stinking hot for me to put in the pan here.
Yes. And if you're going to put these in the fridge, like we do these a lot for meal prep, you could actually plunge them in cold water and cool them right down with cold tap water. And then they'll be much nicer because they won't keep cooking. And then I don't know if they'll be able to see.
Well, I'm going to put this in. So can we see this?
Yeah. Oh, that looks so good.
All right.
So there's
the mushrooms and onions are going in next. So we have the extra fine green beans in the pan. And those are cooked as per the instruction on the bag. We actually just moved it up a little bit so we could get it done earlier for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
By heating the water ahead of time.
Yeah, because we're super efficient around here. And then the last thing we got to do is put in our nooch. I found that putting the nooch in last, it's a little bit better because sometimes it sticks to the pan and kind of burns or scorches. So now we'll put the nooch in. We're going to coat the whole things in that nice broth and nooch. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I wish you could smell it. Wish there
It
had
smells.
technology so you could smell it.
Smell-o-vision.
Yeah.
Those look great. They look great.
All righty. I'm just going to mix them up a little more. And
so
there's
next
that.
week, I'm going to have a third camera that's just for food. But we're going to
Oh,
figure it out.
Bean that took off.
This
It's a great way to jazz up your green beans.
It is.
And, you know, a lot of times people will say, oh, I don't like vegetables or this or that. I'm not going to eat that. But if you just add a few things to your vegetables and make them tasty, there's no reason why you can't eat vegetables.
Yeah. Veggies are cool.
And you don't need oil and you don't need anything else in there, just the spices and the mushrooms and onions. There we go.
I could do this now. So I'm going to try this technology while she's cooking. So someone from our Facebook group just said that they might try using cauliflower instead of mushrooms. Just can't eat mushrooms. Well, you're not alone. A lot of people don't like mushrooms. But what we have done before for the mushroom haters is use some fresh garlic cloves. And oh my gosh, that is super good. How'd you guys like? I could throw a comment up there.
There we go. I don't know. Can you see? The mushrooms are pretty
good. So what I'm going to try to do very gently.
Look at that one.
I'm going to try to get this up to.
I could have done that.
Oh, you can. Look at right there and just tip it just a little bit. Oh my gosh. It's so good. It's so good.
It's lovely.
It is lovely. That was great. Boom, boom. Okay, now check it out. Now we got to go floop, and there we are.
Oh, yes, Julie, potatoes.
Yes. In fact, that's worth sharing. Green beans and potatoes go so well. They're so good together. Yes, that's great. All right. So, okay. So Thrive is thriving. The feedback, I literally can't keep up with the emails and the messages. So I'm so glad you're enjoying it. So obviously I've done these interviews before. And as I'm sitting here, especially today, listening to them, man, I had a couple of tears rolling. Like, it's just to see the impact that it's having. So thank you everyone who shared that and helped our dream come true, really, of helping people. So so there you go. The simplest thing you'll ever do. You don't even have to follow the recipe. You just take an onion, dice it up, water saute it with some mushrooms, some onion powder. If you want, put a little, I like black pepper in there, but I had to calm down on the black pepper. And the liquid, the trick is honestly the liquid aminos and the nooch together, give it that savory gravy kind of feeling. And someone mentioned about my mushroom gravy, they put them over beans. And honestly, it's not that far off from the mushroom gravy. The only thing is you'd put some almond milk and cornstarch, thicken that up, and then you'd have a gravy. But especially for our 5x5 program, we do a lot of batch prepping vegetables. And man, what a difference from just taking normal beans. And then how did you say you're jazzing them up? I don't remember how you said it, but
I forgot now.
You're making them nicer, and boy,
making them taste great instead of just plain green beans.
Yeah, and they really are a nice treat when you meal prep them. And you could, 2 pounds, we make 4 pounds of these, prep them up for the week. They have a really good refrigerator life, and they're good to go. So, on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you kind of understood my rant. What you got today. You got today. And if you got today, what more could you ask for? Right. Don't go pity. Don't be like me. Don't be in a pity party. Oh no. You know what I forgot to do? Well, here, you want to call this a blooper? I forgot. I made this really cool overlay for us. Dang. Isn't that cool? the last minute, I'm going to
Yes.
show you my overlay. I spent like an hour
I
designing
think you
it.
started with it. And
No,
somehow yeah.
I
And
started with
think,
a
yeah.
picture. Oh, yeah, when I turned the
Yes, and I
picture on.
think it changed.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're gonna get used to this new system. We hope I saw some people in YouTube on YouTube here, and that was kind of nice. That was kind of nice to see some YouTube people. We're gonna start working on getting stuff there, and they will be a lot easier to find on YouTube. Facebook, I don't know, they get lost in the mishmash. Where YouTube, they'll all be nicely posted. Yes.
And next week will be another fancy recipe.
More fancy recipes. Yes, and maybe Heather will keep cooking right through these 80 recipes in the book. That would be great. All that said,
We'll see. Eat plants.
Move your body.
All you got to do is a little more than you did yesterday.
Listen, guys, you got today. And if you have the privilege of waking up tomorrow, you got that day. Make the best of it. Don't leave anything on the table. Just live life like you appreciate it.
Hi, Joanne. Hi, Lori and Haven. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye-bye for now.